heavy high fire. I'm just fixing my oh, command. How are you guys doing today? I know, very stinky. I can smell from here. I need a second. Oh, I also need to tweet that I'm streaming. You're in uni? Bro, boxing class. Good luck, good luck. Really fucking crash, bro. Why are you so loud? Hello? What is this? That jump scared me so bad. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sorry. Okay, let me. Anyways, I need to move it. There you go. Sorry. It's great books about literature reading. Oh, I see. Well, I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired. Kinda tired. Yeah. The day I went out with my mom, my brother. I went to the mall because I had to get a ring that I got as a gift fixed, and my mom needed to change a shirt that she also got as a gift. But well, my mom likes buying things. So like my stuff was done in like 30 minutes, and then I went for ice cream and to a bookstore with my brother as well. So like, let's say it took about an hour. And I think oh, hi Benzana, good morning, question mark. And then I just kind of stood there waiting for my mom to try and close and stuff with my brother for like 2 hours. Yeah. My back do be kind of hurting from studying so long, but it's okay. But yeah, now I'm eating my foods. I have grilled cheese with tomatoes. Quite yummy though. I like it. Sumi goes outside only when I'm forced to. I just say it's morning. Thank you. You guys make sure to also eat well, okay? I also I opened my commissions again. My regular commissions. It's on my sorry, it's on my Twitter, so you can check that if you want. And you can also share it because it would really help me because I need money. I'm really broke. Yeah. I have regular commissions, emotes, commissions on, and I'm gonna do like a I think I'm gonna try doing a your character here for Valentine's Day. I'll do like 1 or 2, but I'm not really sure what to do yet. So if you could like give me ideas, I would also really appreciate that. Swim back her because she carries me League. What the? I don't even know how to play League. I just click buttons. You're the one that carries me. What? Shaking my head. Oh yeah, I have to tweet. Wait. Summon, hello. Welcome, thanks for the follow. How you doing, Summon? Bro, gamers to me, what the? I'm PP gamer. I do terrible in games. You know who's really good at League? Knowing and Summon. They're both very good. Subtif, what the? Nah. Oh yeah, I have to wait. I keep getting distracted. What? There we go, now I can close this thing. Time to go, class, and have a good day, night, wonderful stream. Thank you for dropping by, Sai. Good luck with class. Also, about the my coughing, I think it got a lot better. I think. I'm not taking my cough medicine anymore because it's not as bad. So I think I should be okay now. I wanna do karaoke stream again soon. Karaoke streams are fun. Wait, let me. There we go. Also, if I keep looking to the side, it's because my tab's on that side, and I'm lazy to move things around. But yeah, how you guys been doing? I hope you're all doing good. I'm okay. It's very. It started being like super hot these days. It wasn't very hot like here's summer, right? And I live in a very hot place. But Uh, it hasn't been that hot so far. But like this past week-ish, like the temperature is just going up and I feel like I'm gonna die any second. Like on the weekend, I was with my dad and my dad likes going out a lot, unfortunately. So and I have to be dragged everywhere for some reason. So I went with him like for, I think it was for lunch, somewhere in the, I don't even know where the fuck it was, but it had a lot of plants and stuff around the place. And then after we ate, he wanted to walk around and it was super sunny, super hot. I was sweating. I don't like walking. I don't like the sun or heat. I also had a lot of bugs because it's really hot, and like the day before it rained a lot. I was not having a good time. But I touched grass. Couldn't believe. Yeah, I can't believe either. I was wondering why we were sitting around. Oh, yes, because I have to read my chat here, and my screen, my computer screen's here, and then the monitor with the chats there. And also, I tend to move around a lot. This was hot, right? No. No. Hot is bad. You can take my heat. I'll give it all to you. I don't like it. Alright, I keep drinking. Well, the pot is because I'm well, I'm eating. Oh. Don't mind it too much. Gotta take it all. I see. Now the heat to Texas. Isn't Texas like hot usually? Or I guess not now because it's winter. But what? No. Oh no. Rest in peace, Sumin. Ad blockers, I guess they don't work. My power is too strong. My will to make money is too strong. I'm kidding. Are you back yet? Oh, I guess you are. Welcome back. Oh. I see. I hear. Well, I forgot what I was saying before, so oh yeah, I was saying that Texas is usually hot, but I suppose not now because it's winter. But I think, does Texas get really cold? I don't know how any temperatures work. It's a little chilly. Oh, I see. I can send some of the heat to you, I guess. What was I gonna say? uh, or oh yeah, so I touched some grass on the weekend. Didn't like it very much, and I also went outside today. So I am very tired. Ah, ah, thanks for the raid. Ah. Hi Ron, how you doing? Welcome, Raiders. So cute. Aww. Let me give you a shout out. Wait, is Vishnu still here? I'm gonna give you. Oh, thank you. Hi. Round raid. Oh, we've come to each and every. Thank you. Yeah, please be my nightmares. I have a lot of them. Ah, so cute. Aww. Thank you for gifting yourself to Ron. Cheers. Thank you. Wait, let me see who came out the raid. Give me a second. Oh, hi Noe again. Oh, hi Triad, hi Ron. And hi Greya. Did I miss anyone? Not sure. Hope not. Ah. Yeah, that's that's the right person I get through. I told you I was gonna use it. You've been well? Thank you. I've been okay, yeah. I guess I've been pretty good. Hope you have also been well. Nasmi. Thank you. I can sleep peacefully now. Oh, I've been having a lot of like really weird dreams. Not necessarily nightmares, but like just really weird. And the thing about my dreams is that I can never tell that I'm dreaming. And if I'm ever able to tell that I'm dreaming, I wake up right away. Right, and my dreams are like super vivid. I don't know if any of you are also like that, but my dreams are like crazy vivid. Sometimes I dream of things and I think they happened. I think they happened for real. I'll just see you tonight. No, that's okay. That's not me. Yeah. Thank you for eating my nightmares. I appreciate. So cute. Rum Noe? Okay, sure. Noe number 2. So me dreaming about herself. What do you mean? Crazy ass. What? I know what you're talking about. Have you guys had those dreams that like you wake up but you're still in a dream? Like you're dreaming and then you wake up like, oh shit, and then you realize it was a dream, but then you wake up again and like, wait, what? But I already woke up. What is this? Yeah, I feel kind of crazy when that happens. One time I had a dream that was like I woke up I think 3 times. Like I woke up and so my dream was the dream in a dream in a dream in a dream. You know? And then I woke up again and then I woke up again. And I was like, oh, what's happening? Yeah. Like Inception. I never watched Inception, but I guess it would be something like that. Yeah, right? It is so weird. You're crazy because you're crazy. What? What? What do you mean? I'm not crazy, I'm normal. I'm normal and sane. And the most sane, normal person you could ever know. Which is why I'm an anime girl online. Cause I can remember dreams. Well, I forget my dreams a lot, but sometimes like I remember them like a memory, like a proper memory. Which is rare because I don't have I have a lot of trouble actually recalling my actual memories. I think I kind of deleted all my life from my head. So sometimes I feel like maybe this is all a dream. Maybe I'm crazy. Or maybe I'm in a coma and that's why nothing feels real. Sorry. Anyway. On the just let me second. What the? only drugs I take are my antidepressants. Hello. I'm not crazy. I swear, I'm normal. Anyhow, Great, what's writing down? Don't write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Like I said, I'm normal. So, yeah. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Oh, I say a lot. Normal gang? Yeah, normal gang. I don't know if you can be counted as normal, Suman. But I'll pretend like you are. Yeah, that's me. So I started playing a few more games these days. Like last week from yeah, I think from last week to this week. Well, not a few more games, just 2 games. I started playing Apex a little bit and League of Legends. Both sound like a very bad idea. Especially considering that I think I'm very likely to get very addicted to games. Especially because I don't have to think too much. Well, technically I do, but I don't. So you might see me stream either of those sometime. I have a piece of bread on me What? Hold on. There we go. Okay. What? What? What did I say? If I could be someone else for a day, I want to be Sumi. What? What do you mean? What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean, Noe? How you liking Apex? Oh, it's very hard, but it's kind of fun. My technique is hiding, and then when someone finds me, I just run crazy, shooting everywhere, like I do on Overwatch. Like no brain, just pew pew. It's probably why I die so much, but it's okay. It's okay. League? Yeah, League. What's another phone soldier? Like, yeah. I can't believe that I started playing League. Also, hi Jaden! How you doing? What do you mean I'm a monster at Apex? Huh? I'm so bad, bro. You're always the one carrying. I do not like. Oh, that's good. Say it like that. Say it like that. Yeah, personal impact. KFT is real. Oh my god, I can read. Relatively simple to play compared to League. I guess so, yeah. I played TFT a couple times. I think in total I won maybe 5 rounds. Not the match, just the, you know, the little fights you have in between. Yeah. I think I won 5. I haven't actually won or gotten close to winning though, because I don't really understand. Because I'm smart, just not the game makes me not smart, you know. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing pretty good as well. I'm eating right now. I'm having grilled cheese with tomatoes. It's very yummy. I'm also kind of tired because I was out with my mom and my brother. But yeah. Okay, take care, Ron. Thanks again for the raid. Bye. Ron on Apex. Ron, do you play Apex? You can play with me. You can carry me. Sounds good. I need to get some food too. Yeah, go eat. Food is good. If you hear some snoring as usual, that's my dog. What else was I gonna say? God. What? But yeah, I don't really have anything planned for today, which is why I'm doing chatting and eating. We might not do anything unless sorry, unless I really feel like playing something. But I thought of doing art, but I think I uninstalled my screen mirror thing. So I don't think I can do that today. Also, I'm a little lazy. I feel lazy and tired. And you really need a back massage, bro. I was sitting for so long. Also, on Saturday, I still have a collab with Happy and another person that I forgot the name. I'm sorry. We're gonna be playing Phasmo. So, you can follow Happy. Happy's pretty cool. Happy, no. Did it work? Yeah, it worked. Yeah, Happy's cool. He's also Australian, so if you like accents, that's also a plus. I'm not saying that because I like accents. That's clearly not it. But you know. Yeah. But he's cool. And very nice. And I'm gonna be carried. I'll probably die. So they're gonna have to find out what Ghosted is for me. But you're great fun. Oh, Eliana. Oh, okay. Everyone go follow Eliana. Does a shout out work if the person's not here? I'm not sure. But well, yeah, gonna be here on Saturday my time. Heavy got big muscles. Oh, it does? Okay, give me a second then. So I can check both of them out. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. Nice. I don't know this other person, but I'm sure they're very nice. They look very cute. Is what I'm gonna say. But yeah, Happy got a big muscles. I always read muscles as muscles. Muscles. What? You can't shout me out. What? Being your friends is always nice. Yeah, it is. It is nice, but it's also very scary. I'm very well, I'm very shy when I'm meeting people, which is why a lot of times in collabs I kinda go really quiet. Especially if I'm not like really close or familiar with someone in there. That's just because I'm shy. Yeah. But meeting new people is nice. It's just scary, but it's nice. Simi the life of a party? What? I have social anxiety. What are you talking about? I don't go to parties. I hate parties actually. Do you guys like parties? I only ever go to parties if it's like I'm kind of forced to by my family. which is usually like a family party thing. Or if it's like a close friend of mine, then I go, but just because they're my friend. But I don't like that. They're not that scary. I know. It's not scary, but it's scary to me. I'm scared. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy. They could like grab me and shake me around. So it scares me. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyway. Why do you hate Fridays? Cause I just don't like them. I don't like loud music or loud noises in general. I also don't like being around a lot of people. Like I don't know how it is in other places or with other people, but usually here in, you know, parties, I guess people go to drink and dance mostly, and I don't like dancing like in party. I like dancing, but I like learning a choreography and dancing the choreography, and that's it. But I'm not gonna pull out a choreography out of my ass in the middle of a party, you know. But yeah. I don't know. I don't really like being around people very much. Yeah. Usually, I don't know. Also, people keep trying to talk to me, which I also don't like. I get like when I'm out of there, I'm like mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. I don't know. Just now, I can't really have fun. I feel like I don't have fun at parties. I'm fine if it's like more of a gathering with friends. In that case, it's fine. Doesn't bother me that much. I still get like really exhausted. Also, social interaction like really exhausts me. But I guess it's better if it's like just people that I know, and it's not too many people. If it's too many people, too much noise, too much, you know, too much. It's too much. I can't handle it very well. Play parties wherever I can. Oh, I see. More about homebody, but I don't like going to parties. Oh, I see. Social introvert, so like social, I think it was social battery deletes kind of fast. Oh yeah, that makes sense. This is definitely better. It's just people, you know, yeah. Like because I have the great combo of anxiety and being shy since I was born. So being around people that I don't know especially is like very I don't feel very good. Yeah. Actually, like I don't mind it very much if it's like 1 or 2 people. Like let's say I go to like a dinner with my friends because it's their birthday, and they invite some of their friends or whatever that I don't know, like I don't mind that. That's fine. Like I might get, you know, really stressed about it, but like generally I'm fine. uh but if it's like, you know, a party setting there's like actually usually a lot of people, yeah, I don't do very well in those spaces. Which might also be why I don't have many friends, because I don't talk to people very much. I don't feel the need to talk to people either. It was like, for example, here, I'm streaming, right? I don't see anyone that I'm talking to, like, right in front of me. And being a VTuber, you don't even see me. You just see my model wiggling around. So like it's a lot easier, and I've always like for me it's a lot easier to socialize and stuff online than IRL, even if it's like actually talking like I am now. But like IRL I get very I go very quiet. I'm like super quiet. Oh, Noah loves Fridays? I see. Write it down, write it down. Just don't drink. Oh, that's good. Keep being like that. I drink, unfortunately. Oh, I can't say that very loud. Because my mom doesn't like that. Me and my brother drink. But I don't like drink a lot, right? Speaking of which, I wanna do another drinking stream soon. But I don't know when I'll be able to. But yeah. I do drink, just not around my family. And I also don't usually drink at parties because I don't wanna like oh, it sounds so stupid. But I don't like going up to the person making the drinks and ask them for a drink. And I also don't wanna be like, hey yo, can you go up and give me a drink for me? Yeah, so I don't usually drink either at parties. No, Marielle, going the past 2 months, slowly getting back to being a more social person after the pandemic. Ah, see. That's nice. Being social can be nice. I personally don't feel much of the need to be social. At least not IRL. Cause like I get like really tired and stressed. Which is like another reason why I'm really looking forward to graduating uni this month. No, not this month, this semester, what am I saying? Because I don't have to go in person there ever again. Yeah. Oh, hi Sacred! How you doing? It's not actually you up. When did I say that? I never said that. That's me. That's the real me. I'm a real life anime girl. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Hi. How you doing? Wait, let me read back a little bit because I missed a few. To make friends with Sumi, approach or has to be approached? Oh, I have to be approached. I don't usually approach people. Like I said, I have well, now it's not as bad, but when I was younger especially, it was a lot worse. My social anxiety. I have like really bad social anxiety, even though now it's better. But I get like really scared to talk to people and approach people that I don't know. If that makes sense. Lona simply does not seem like person. What do you mean? Am I not a person though? No, I think it's funny because like I've had people say that I'm not very approachable and they're scared to approach me for whatever reason, and I have people telling me that I'm really approachable, and I'm like, huh. Sometimes I wish I wasn't very approachable, because sometimes I'm like minding my own business, and then someone would try to come and talk to me, and I'm like, what you? Yeah. I forgot I still need to eat the other half of my food. Whoops. But it bothers me. Well, sometimes it bothers me, but only if it's IRL. Like online, I don't mind much. Or well, I don't mind as much. But IRL, I really, I don't do very well with social interaction, I guess. Oh, hi, Syntax. I'm doing better, yeah. My cough is almost gone. Tiramisu, hello, welcome. How you doing today? Something like you? I'm like you. I'm just like you. You're just like me. Da, 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 da. I don't know the rest of the song. You know, I went to... Well, I didn't go anywhere. I was just watching by myself in my computer. But, I watched, Barbie... What's it called? Barbie... Princess and the... something. Princess and the... Is it Popper? Princess and something. The one that this song is from. Oh, hi Jake! How you doing? Welcome. Thanks for the follow. Sorry, I'm like... I'm thinking a lot of things right now. My brain is like... yeah. Wait, before I forget, because I still have things that I need to answer. But I went to watch this movie. There's a lot of things I don't remember. And like, I didn't find it as fun as I used to. Like the whole... The guy... The old guy, whatever that is. I didn't remember he even existed. But anyway, I think all streaming sites should have all Barbie movies available. Is where I was going with whatever I was saying. What's my go-to drinks? My go-to drinks? I don't know. Like, I don't really drink out. So I haven't really tried many different things. There is one that's like, whatever alcohol. Usually, I believe here we use vodka or some other alcohol that I never had because it probably tastes like shit. and like you mix it with juice, like lemon juice, and a lot of ice and sugar and stuff. That one's very yummy. Pina colada is also really yummy. So good. I really like soju. I drink soju just by itself. But I really like soju. I can't drink it very often because it's very expensive. And the bottle is so small. Cries. Like, I think like one bottle of soju is about the price of a cheaper wine bottle, and like the size difference is massive. And well, I don't really drink because I exactly like alcohol. I don't usually like alcohol very much, like the taste. But I don't like soju. I think soju tastes nice. There is one, I don't know if it's like some type of liquor. Like, I like alcohol that's sweet, but doesn't taste too much of alcohol. And like, I tend to drink wine a lot, but that's just cause I chug a whole bottle in like an hour, and then I get drunk, and that's it. Then I forget about it. But I hate wine. Wine tastes like shit. There's some drinks that are like made with wine, but I haven't tried, but they look nice. They look like they taste nice. But I drink I drink just to get drunk, mostly. Usually. I didn't recommend being like me though. But were you in school for, if you don't mind me asking? I study animation. I'm I think I only have like the final project class thing, orientation thing to do this semester. Then I'll be done. And then for my final project, I have to do a short animation. You think I'm approachable? Really? Oh. Thank you. No. Some people fight types, hate approach. Oh, yeah. Also, I mean, I guess it doesn't really help though. Like, IRL, I tend to have a resting bitch face. I look kind of angry, or just like done with everything. Most of the time. But that's just my face. My face. Sometimes people are like, oh, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah." Because like they thought I was upset with something, because I was just, you know, sitting there in silence with my face like yeah. That was just my face, bro. First level, well, yeah, I love pretty well. I think. I hope. I'm like, wait, let me drink water. So, what was I gonna say? I forgot. God damn it. Oh, this is so annoying. Yeah, it happens very often. Every couple sentences, I just go brain fart. I can't remember. What was I talking about? Annoying. But anyway. Anyway, moving on. Where was I? I lost where I was in the chat. Oh no. Some people I find hurt different, so the ones that come across as intimidating are always angry. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I find... Yeah. I think people that talk very loud or argue a lot with other people, or I guess not necessarily argue, but like talk back very loud. I don't usually talk with those people. Well, I don't usually talk to anyone. But I think those are like harder to approach for me. But what do you mean approachable but not approachable? What? What? how does that work? What? Your friends also introverted, extroverted. Some of my friends are introverted, some are extroverted. Like in school, I didn't really talk to anyone, so all my friends from school are just like someone befriended me, and then they befriended other people, and I just kinda became their friends by association. But I feel like my friends are usually more extroverted than me. Or maybe not extroverted necessarily, but they go out of their way to talk to people and make friends and stuff more. But a lot of my friends also are like don't like going out very much and that kind of thing. Some of them do though. But yeah. For real, Jake is famous. Jake's very famous. I'm honored to have Jake here. What flavors looks up? I think I've only had the grape one. Grape one is like really nice. I like it. I really want to try the... I think it's peach. I can never find it selling here. It's very hard to find soju here. Like I think maybe the places that would have more options of flavors are like are far from where I live. So I don't really feel like going there to get it, and I also can't really buy to get it delivered here. So, but eventually I will try all flavors. Eventually. Grape and plum are close to flavors. Oh, I see. I never tried the plum one. I think I've seen it being sold. I tried the grape one. The grape one is very nice. Streambar not popular or anything? What? What do you mean? Very popular. You are very cool, Jake. Do you like getting drunk? That's a tough question. I can't tell if I like it or not. I guess I do. I do it more so to just kind of forget about my problems for a bit, which is also not good. Don't do that. Again, don't be like me. But sometimes it's fun to like. It's fun to. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's fun to drink with friends. Cause it's a lot more fun, I think. If anyone, well, I don't think any of you has seen me drunk. But for friends that have seen me drunk, I go like, I think I lose my last brain cell just like you used to sell. And I think, I don't know, it is fun, but my reason for doing it is usually the best. Let's just leave it at that. First, let me just stick. I'm not thinking. I smell good. I smell really good. I shower every day. I know. Some of you probably don't even shower every day. Shake my head. Shake my head. Would I fit under that category? I'm a completely different person when we talk sleepy. Wait, what? What were we talking about? I forgot already. oh wait, the person that I find hard to no. You're not hard to talk to, you're very easy to talk to. You're like, yeah. It's like fun to be around. Oh, thanks for the care package. I didn't see that. Oops. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did you hear my shoulder cracking? My shoulder always cracks when I set. Oh, finally I got to the bottom. Okay, when I meet someone, when I meet someone that I generally really like hanging out with, I'll go out of my way to talk to them. When I don't ever reach out, wanting to hang out, I tend to stop that behavior. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I choked on my water. Yeah, I'm a granny. I'm old. Anyway, so like, what was I? Oh yeah, yeah. I understand just a minute. That's like, I think when like sometimes I really want to, like, if I really want to get closer to someone or something, like I will tend to reach out to them. Like, yeah, if they don't reach out to me, I tend to like, well, I go the hard way, cause my brain is mean, so I just go, oh, they hate me, they hate me, stop, and then I stop reaching out to them. Cause I think I'm annoying, even if that's not really the case. Yeah, but like, I think, well, people don't usually reach out to me very much, anyways. So, like, in most of my friendships and relationships, and in the past, like, I'm usually the one, like, being, yo, you wanna hang out? And, most of the time they don't wanna hang out. Which is fine. Like, I know people are very busy. But, you know, being someone that is, you know, that has a rotten peanut brain, yeah, I think they hate me. I just kinda stopped talking completely, which I guess also makes people think that I hate them sometimes when I don't. Cause I feel really annoying, you know? And like, I've had people tell me that, so it's like, I've had someone that I was really close to say that I was annoying and, what's the word? Too demanding of attention, too needy. And yeah, that like made me really, cause like it was someone that said they liked being around me, and they didn't mind it, but like, I guess they didn't like that much. They did mind me trying to, you know, hang out and stuff, and like I don't do that very much anyways, because I do feel annoying even if no one tells me. So you know that made me really upset. But I think that's like a reason why I tend to not really reach out to people very much, because you know I don't want to be annoying and get them to not like me anymore. Yeah, that's okay. It happens. Well, I don't hate you. But I like Noe. Noe's cool. I like all of you. When I don't like someone, I tend to be extra dry when talking to them. And like, generally I seem kinda dry and cold when I'm not like in the, when I don't have the streamer or the mod mask on. Like when I'm more so chilling, I tend to be a little more dry with my responses. But like if I don't like you, I think you can tell very easily. And I think everyone can tell very easily, because I'm not very good at hiding it, I think. I guess. But also, well, I don't really talk to people I don't like. And I don't hang out with them either. So, you know, I'm okay with hanging out with you because I like you. Even if I can be, yeah. What was I saying? Wait, now that I was saying what I was reading. I lost where I was. Oh, I found it. Most gonna create the follow up and smaller ones. I don't like to reach out to often because I know how busy they are. Yeah, I feel. Oh, I think with content creators and like, I have a couple of friends that are streamers, right? And and like, some of them, like, I don't know. Like some people, it feels a little weird to reach out to them. Like, oh, I don't wanna bother them too much. And with others, it's like it doesn't seem like as much of an issue, cause like I don't mind the people that I know are usually busy. Like, don't really answer me. It like take really long to answer or whatever. Like, I don't mind, cause like I know they're busy, right? But I don't know. I guess it's how some people act sometimes can be kind of like, oh, okay, I'll leave you alone. Sorry. But yeah, I feel like that. Like, we'll just don't have the energy. Yeah, I agree. Like, I usually don't have the energy to go. Like, when I was in school, like for a period of time, my friends like to go out very often, and like a lot of times I would just not have the energy to. But I think because I'm not really, I don't make excuses for like not wanting to do this or that. I just say I don't feel like it. I don't feel like going out today, so I'm not going out. Like I can, you know, hang out some other time, but not today. And some of them used to take that very badly, and then say bad things about me behind my back. But yeah, like my friends that actually knew me for a long time, like they know that that's just how I am. I think it's better to be honest and just say I don't feel good enough to go out today than to make up like a bajillion excuses. There is no need to make excuses anyway. Like, if it was someone else, then maybe yeah, I would make an excuse. But like, these are my friends. I see them every day. Well, in school, I see them every day, right? And they would go out a lot. I would just be like, okay, I won't go this week, but I can go next week. Next week I should feel better. But I guess some people do like that. I guess they think I have to have a reason that to them is justifiable. But oh, not my problem. Just what I think. No one will talk to me and try to prove myself from. Me too. Me too. I think no one ever wants to talk to me. I think I'm a very boring person usually. like I don't know. I get like genuinely surprised when people like come up to me or want to chat with me, because I'm like, me? Of all people, I just do grid on my keyboard. Whoops. Anyway, yeah. But also like I don't know. I guess I got to a point where I don't really care as much. I still do. But not as much as I used to, I think. Like most people already have their own close friend group that they never hang out with, so it's hard to get past with just good friends. Or at least in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't know how rude this is gonna sound, but I think like most, if not all, my friend groups that I've had, and like have question mark, I don't feel like I belong in any of them. I'm just kind of there. I don't know. Does that make sense? It's like, they're friends. I'm just a little bit of a friend to one person maybe, and then they introduce me to the rest of them, and then I'm just kinda there. I don't feel like I really belong to any group or anything like that. Or like, I don't know. That might be why I feel very lonely very often. Sorry, I'm still waiting. Fine, join some people don't want to do things. Yeah. I feel you. Coming across people who aren't scared to share how they really feel is hard to come back. Yeah, that's true. No, I don't really sorry, I'm looking my what are you saying? Oh, I'm eating grilled cheese with tomatoes. Still, no longer grilled cheese, it's just a sandwich now. Fuck. Oh yeah, I don't really, I tend to not tell people how I feel in about most things. Because of stuff. I don't like feeling vulnerable or having people read me very well. I don't know. But I always try to be as honest as I can, especially if like someone asks me something. Which is why I say I don't lie, cause like when I'm talking to people and like my friends and stuff, I don't lie. I'll tell you all this shit about you to your face. You might hate me for it, but I'm not lying at least. Cause like a lot of people would just want someone to suck their dick. Let's be real. They don't want friends, they want fans. That's very different. Like, I will tell my friends when they do something wrong. I won't just say that they're fine and then go behind their backs talking shit about them. Like a lot of people I know do. You know? Like, I'll just say to your face. It might take a while for me to say it. I'm very scared of people hating me. But I will say it eventually. And I try to say it in the nicest way possible. But sometimes saying things nicely, it just doesn't work. Some people really need to you know, the very blunt, almost mean way to have things told to them, so that they actually take you seriously. Especially with me, people tend to not take me very seriously. I wonder why. Yeah. Which is why I guess some people think I can be mean. I was like, if they, like, I've had people like, people used to come to me for like advice or treating me like a therapist of sorts. And sometimes I would go like, yeah, but you are wrong. And they would get really upset about it. And they like, they'd be like, oh, but you're my friend, how do you say that to me? Like, bro, I'm saying that to you because I'm your friend. I don't want you to be a shitty person. You know? Some people don't like that. Some people don't want, you know, they don't want to know the truth. That's okay, I guess. I don't recommend being my friend if you're gonna fuck up and not listen to me. I mean, you cannot listen to me, but you can say that like I'm bad for telling you that you did something wrong. Anyway, where was I going with this? I don't remember. Anyway. Helps to sit back and listen for a bit, limiting the people. And then, when the topic you feel contribute comes up, then you can join in. Yeah, that makes sense, but like, I get talked over, like, almost every time I speak. IRL especially. And like half of the time, like when I talk, they don't even hear what I'm saying. If anything, they just react with the wow, you talk. You're not mute. It's crazy. And ignore completely what I said. Which it makes me very uncomfortable. Cause like I've had that done to me like always. And I really hate it. And like, I guess it wouldn't be like that much of a problem if it just happened like maybe the first time or the second time that I chat with them, right? But sometimes some people are like, every single time that I try to talk to them or like with someone close to them, they just like turn to me and go, wow, you can talk? I didn't know you could talk. Talk again. Say something again. Say this, say that. And I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you up. I don't say that, but I think that, you know. I think that's very annoying. Kinda rude, to be honest. Doctor is the for a quiet person. Or if you have a soft voice, yeah. Have both. I speak quite softly. Especially like when it's people I don't know very well. I tend to go really high and really soft like this, kind of. And so like, like I don't talk much, anyways. So it makes me not want to talk even more. To be honest, with just about anything except my own feelings. Oh, yeah, me too. I tend to not tell anyone what I'm feeling. Unless I'm like, I don't know. I tend to not show very often what I feel either. Cause well, I also can say that very loud. But emotion, good or bad, is kind of looked down upon. And my family, the whole time I was growing up. So whenever I got too happy, it was like, calm down, you're too energetic, you're too happy. And if I got sad, it's like, you can't be sad, be happy. If I got angry, it's like, you can't be angry, why are you angry? I did nothing wrong. Stop being angry. And so I would always get punished for some emotion growing up. So I kinda you know, said it to myself mostly. Which is also why, like, when I show emotion, I tend to like explode, like good or bad, right? I like, if I'm angry, if I actually show that I'm angry, I tend to like be really mean with the things I say. I yell, I throw things. I have like a really hard time controlling my emotions, I guess. When I get sad, like, well, not when I get sad, but when I show people that I'm sad, it's only when I'm like, you know, when it's like really bad. When I'm happy, like, you can only really see me like really excited about things if it's like something that I'm like really excited about. If it's not something very big, you don't really see me show emotion very often or very much. But ironically, I feel things very strongly a lot of the times. It's like either I feel very strongly or I don't feel anything. I don't know which one is worse. But it is what it is. It's just like me. Yeah, I see quite a few of you seem to relate. I didn't think many people related to those things. I'm spiteful AF when it comes to people crossing me or being jerks. Oh, I see. My position, I turn the tables, and when they finally close their mouth, I would go, wow, you can listen. Bro, I've told that to someone once, and everyone was in shock. They were everyone went silent and just kind of stared at me like, whoa, no way she just said that. Yeah, they didn't like it. Let's just say that. They did apologize, which was nice. And then I also apologized because I felt bad. But I think I only did that once. I'm not a very confrontational person. IRL, unless I'm like really angry or it's something really important. I tend to be more like I don't know if spiteful is the word, but I tend to like confront people more if it's not with me but it's like my friends or my brother. I tend to talk back, and yeah, I'm very protective of people I care about, I guess. And so if they won't say anything, I will. And I can be very mean. People usually say I don't say mean, which is very nice. I am very nice. Or well, I guess the other day I saw someone saying that they're kind but not nice, I think is what they said. I think maybe that applies to me. Cause like, I'm nice to you if you're nice to me. And if you're nice to people I care about. So if you're not, then I will find every way I can to fuck you up. Smile. But like I'm not mean to people without a reason. Even if I don't like them, I try to be as like nice to them as I can. But you know, I'm kind, but I'm not nice. But to you, I am nice, right? Haha. I can be nice, I guess. What was I saying that made me say this? Well, anyway. Didn't want to express your extreme emotions? Yeah. They didn't. And especially if it was like any quote unquote negative emotions, like if I was upset or angry or sad or hurt with anything. Like they really didn't like that, you know, I had human emotions. Especially as a child. Because you know, children are always crying. And children are very loud. Which is why I don't really like children, but also like I'm not mean to children. Like, I think some people are like because like I tried to be really nice to kids, even though I don't like kids. And like some people are like, oh, you say you don't like kids, but you're so nice to them. Like, yeah, I'm not an asshole. Like this child is just being a child. It's not their fault that I find them running around and yelling annoying. You know, that's just what kids do. It's not their fault. I'm not gonna make them feel bad for it. I'd be like, stop doing this because I don't like it. Like, no, I'm not mean. If you're mean to a child though, I will fuck you up. I hate people that are mean to children. wants me to beat me up. Arrow, what do you mean? What? You want me to beat you up? Okay. I don't think I can though. I'm very weak. But okay. I don't think I'm gonna do it though. But okay. It's like, realistically speaking, it would be probably like a plushie punching you. Cause I have little arms. I'm also very small. No, dumb it down. Dumb it down. And then the voice to you, I'm sorry. It's not Yonder the voice, it's my normal voice. I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. Crazy. But I am nice, aren't I? I think I'm very nice. Unless you're not nice, then I'm not nice to you. That's not my fault. I still haven't finished my food because I keep getting distracted. What? Tomato just exploded on my face. Oh god. No, he's into that? Huh? Wait, he's into... What? He's into Yandere? He's into being beat up. Sorry, no, you're getting exposed. Or is it both? Maybe it's both. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Only Noe knows. But he's kind of quiet. Which makes me think that I am right. You know, a while ago, I don't remember who it was, but I remember someone that would just like they would just talk about how they found a new Yandere ASMR to listen to and how much they loved it. And every time people would be like, okay, I see your references. I don't remember who it was though. Short hair and long hair? On who? On me? On girls? On guys? On my mother? I have other hairlines in this. Dash, I have. Wait, oh no, that's a bow. Dash, I have. No, that's not it. Have this. What's this? I don't know what it does. Meow. I also have my cat Acid, but I think did I enable the redeem? Oh, it is enabled. I'll only do cat if you redeem it. But I mean, I like short hair. I tend to keep my hair around Well, I think around the length of this model, or like this. This is about my hair length IRL. I don't usually let it grow much past my shoulders just because I get impulsive and chop it off. Yeah. Like I've had all sorts of hair lengths. I've had like pixie cut. I've had like really long, like on my lower back, or like almost my butt. But yeah, the past couple years I kind of just keep it between like chin and the shoulder length usually. Thanks for the 5 months. How you doing? So yeah. Yeah, I cut it myself. I used to get it done like by a hairdresser, but they can never get it right for some reason. So I cut my own hair. I also bleach my own hair. I also dye my own hair. When I do it, I know exactly what I want, and well, I can do it pretty well usually. So I can get mostly of like sorry. Like I can usually do like pretty close to what I want. People, and you know, I'm a little proud to say this, but people can't really tell that I cut it myself. Hungry? Go eat, go eat. I'm eating right now. Still, the past 2 hours I've been eating the same real sandwich. Good cheese. Oh yeah, I like cutting my own hair. It's fun. It's therapeutic. And I can do it right. And like I think sometimes hairdressers just don't wanna do what I want. So they just don't do it for whatever reason. Instead of telling me, they just like don't do it. Like usually when my hair grows longer, I tend to chop it really short. And whenever I went to a hairdresser, they would not want to cut my hair. They'd be like, "Oh, but your hair's so long and pretty. Why are you cutting it off? Just keep it." And then they wouldn't cut it as short as I wanted. And then I would get really angry. I didn't get what I asked for. But also like I said before, I'm not very good at confronting people. So I would just say, "Ah, yes, I like it. Ah, ha ha ha, thank you." Yeah. But like inside I'd be like, "Please cut like a lot more, please." Like for a long time, I've wanted to do like an undercut, but I can't really do it myself, because I don't like an undercut. I don't think I could do well because it's, you know, the back of my head, and I would need one of those thingies to cut my hair. Oh yeah, sometimes I do, like for things like this, she's also like, oh, let me just hook you with the hairdresser to do it for you. It's so much easier, and I don't want to. So usually I have to like start it, and then she just does like the final fixing in the price that I can see. Yeah. Otherwise, it's like there's always an excuse to not do it. Sometimes it's because it's night, even though the bathroom doesn't have windows. So there's no natural light in the bathroom anyways. And she only lets me do my hair stuff in the bathroom. You know, skip the hair in the bathroom. Yeah. Sometimes it's just, oh, I'm tired. I don't want to do it, or she's like doing something else. And also I'm impulsive. I'm like very impulsive, especially with hair things, I think. Which is also why every couple months I have a different hair. Whether it's like haircut or hair color. I like today I think I wanna dye my hair pink. Tomorrow I will buy bleach and dye, and if I have it by the end of tomorrow, I will dye it tomorrow. You know? That's how I am. Sometimes I regret it. Usually I don't. But I like doing it. I like doing it myself. It's fun. It's very fun. This is why I don't excuses. No, it's not. It's not. I just think excuses for the most part are very unnecessary. Like sometimes I get it, yeah, like why you would want to make an excuse for something, but usually I don't think it's necessary. And when it's with me, I just rather be told the truth than like a bunch of made up things. Like one time my old hairdresser, I wanted to go, I don't know if it was blonde or if it was like ginger, and like she just didn't want to bleach my hair, because like I told her about bleaching my hair before. She was like very against it because she thinks my hair is pretty, so she doesn't want to do it on my hair. Like, the hair is mine, it's in my head, why do you care? And so like when I told her I wanted to dye my hair a light color, she told me, instead of just saying, oh, I don't want to because I feel bad because I like your hair, she just said, oh, you will look ugly, you will look really ugly with white hair. So what did I do? Not too long after, I stopped going there and I bleached my hair and I look hot as hell. Yeah. I look really good blonde. And I also look really good with red hair. I like orange hair. I think the hair color that I've had the most, other than like my natural hair color, is shades of orange and red. I've had like all of them. And I look good in all of them. Yeah. Also, like, I don't know whether people can relate to this, but when I get my hair done, like bleaching, when I get it done in the hair salon, my hair is like dead, completely dead. When I get out, I don't know why. I don't know what they do, but like my hair is literally dead, like funny part. But when I did it myself, but like I've bleached my hair pretty light before. It didn't do that. It wasn't shiny. I could brush through my hair. I could wash my hair without feeling like I was gonna break all my hair off. And like, I bleached my whole head. Times that I got my hair done in a salon, I only got like highlights and that kind of thing. So like it wasn't all my hair, which is good. Good, or else I would have been bald. I would definitely be bald. I think I would look very ugly bald. I thought about shaving my head, but I think I would look very egg. I would look very egg. Got used to it. Could be. I don't know. Yeah, I think they probably use like really strong bleach, cause like my you're talking about hair things. So the hair color lifts from the dark color to a lighter color, right? And like my hair color lifts kind of easily. Like I don't need like really strong bleach to go to a lighter color, right? And they would use like a very strong bleach, I think, and they will leave it for a very long time without checking it. Like all the places that I did my hair would do the same thing. And so, that's probably what killed my hair. And then like after they always blow dry it with very hot, what's it called? Well, blow dry it. I think that probably made it worse. I'm guessing is what happened, because I don't really blow dry my hair, and when I do it I keep checking it every couple, like every 10-20 minutes I check it. So I don't know. Hi Ryan, welcome back. Also, yes, I take very small bites of my food. I eat very slow. I just eat very slow. I can right here now. Hunter, make nice. Freedom. Sorry, I'm like finishing chewing. Give me a second. Okay. I'm like, we're going to be like, Simi, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not sure if you do. I wouldn't recommend it very much. Okay, I finished editing. What do we do now? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Movie time? What movie though? I don't know if I can. Ugh, if I have any movies that I wanna watch. I haven't really watched anything for a while, I think. Hmm. Welcome back, Sacred All Things for Care Packets. Everyone make sure to stretch, hydrate, and foster. Ah, it's up. My hand. Yeah. Yeah. I have a question. This might sound weird for the normal person, but if you drink water a lot, I want your opinion, okay? Do you see a difference in different types of water? Like water from one place or one brand that is different from water from somewhere else or another brand. Yeah? Ah, okay. Nice. I've been told I'm crazy because I say water is different. But I'm not crazy. Nice. I like water. Water is good. Yeah? Oh, okay. I wonder what you would think of water from my country. I think my water is the one that, like, to me feels the most refreshing. But that could also just because I'm used to it. Water top tier liquid, yeah. Actually, filter water tastes like shit compared to bottled. Oh, really? I don't think it tastes bad necessarily. Like, there's some I think sometimes some filters like it makes the water taste weird. Tastes almost like tap water. Others are just as good to me. I don't know. I'm not that much of an expert in water. My brother is an expert in water. He knows all the differences in all the waters. Doesn't taste bad, but you can tell it's better. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, I have another question about water. For Americans, do you really drink tap water? Like without filtering it? 'Cause I think that's gross. I've seen people say they do, and I'm like, what? I mean, it can, but like it's what? Isn't it like, you know, all the, you know? I think the water you drink should be filtered water. Or like, not straight up tap water. I don't know. Where's my... Oh. Depends where you live. Oh, I see. That one is fine in Australia? Oh. Because my water is not good to drink from the tap. Oh. I see. Well, personally, I think that even if you can drink tap water, I think it's definitely better to filter it before you drink it. I don't know, it's just it doesn't feel right to just drink the tap water. I don't know. Just because it's not really a usual here. I don't think anyone here really drinks tap water unless they have no other option. But like, don't they put like a lot of chemical stuff to clean the water? Like, how do I say this? Never mind, I know the word. Friends are from South America and they say it can give you diarrhea. Yeah, some places definitely can. Some places like the water treatment isn't very good. Or like the what are those called? Well, you know, from the place that the water is treated until it gets to to your house, like it can't get dirty, right? It could get dirty. I don't think you should drink that. I don't know how it is in other places. I know here it's probably best to not do that. Though some places are like cleaner, have like a more uh like strong water cleaning thing. I don't know words, I don't know English hard. But yeah. Great. See. Glad you agree. I think my voice is kind of dying. Well, not dying, but my throat is starting to hurt. So I think I'll only go on for a little bit longer. What else can we talk about? I don't know. Yeah. I'm getting sleepy also. Sorry, that was makeup. Oh yeah, someone said something about a movie earlier. I was thinking that maybe we could do a movie night in the server again. Oh, oops. I'm just not sure what to watch. But if you wanna give suggestions for like anything to watch in the server. Feel free to. Or keep yawning now. My dog's name is Bella. Bella. Like Bella from Twilight. I believe it's the same writing. Shrek? I don't know what's Shrek. Shrek's fun. I like Shrek. Oh, your dog has an English name? Yeah, it's also... it's also a name people have here, I think. Like it's... Oh wait, I opened... Sorry, I opened the stream and got started. But I don't know. I think for like pet names, it's not like very common to have like a more foreign type name. Like I've seen dogs here named things like Jack fluffy. That kind of thing. So I think it's like that uncommon. I don't know. They're lucky. Rip Shimmy. Welcome. Thank you for some chat. How you doing? Doing well. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, we're just chilling today. I don't really have anything to do. So it's productive at work today, so because I was like, oh nice. Good job. School. I was not productive today. But I went out into the world. And I didn't die. So that's good. You know, sometimes that reminded me. Cause like today I was with my family, right? So it wasn't alone. Sometimes when I'm out alone, like not just when I'm alone, but when I'm out, I tend to kind of space out a lot, and because of that, especially when I'm alone, I've almost walked into traffic a couple times. Because I don't know, my brain just is not there. I'm just not there. So I think it might be a little dangerous to let me out by myself. I have been getting better at it though. But it has happened a couple times. Which is a little bit worrying. But didn't die. Smile. Touched grass. Yeah, well today I touched concrete. But I touched grass on the weekend. Should I be concerned? No, I'm good. It's okay, don't worry about it. Yeah, concrete. Okay, so for the next movie night, we can maybe watch Shrek. I don't think I ever watched Shrek in English, so that might be very weird to me. So that means I might force it to watch it in the Brazilian dub, and you just have to deal with it. But we'll see. I'll see if I can do it next week. I think maybe, yeah, I think next week should be fine. But I'll give like one or two more options so that people can vote. Yeah. That'd be interesting experience for us. I see. Wow. I see. Okay. I will make you watch it in that then. You watch in Portuguese. No option. Okay, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here today because it's almost 1 a.m. for me. So before I get complaints that I'm still awake and talking. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. Technically it's like 12:59, but in 1 minute. Let me stare at the clock. Stare. There we go, 1 a.m. Yeah. Thanks for coming. Thanks for giving me company. I appreciate. And let me just look for someone to stream to raid. Thank you. Oh, there's a few people streaming today. There's 3 people doing art. There is one doing Genshin and one doing Cyberpunk. Who should I rate? I don't know where we're going. I'm trying to decide. I think. Should I change it to Toki or to someone new? Cause I think most of you already know Toki. So might be nice to introduce you to someone else. I can think. What? You have someone? Give me. I want a new person. Oh, Masu, okay. Let me just before I don't miss it. Okay. Good friend. Oh, I see. Let me just get the stream open because I always miss when the break goes through. Okay. Slash raid. Be careful it's not put in their chat. Okay. Did it right? Yay! Okay. Thank you guys for coming today. Really appreciate it. I'll see you again in 2 days. On with Thursday. I'm gonna try to finish one of my ways. Yo, thank you. Oh yeah, you can copy the raid message. I have the memo raid message and the emo raid message. That doesn't show because I don't have stream elements. But so you can copy whichever you want if you have sub, and if you don't have sub, feel free. But yeah, okay, it will go at any second now, probably. But okay, bye. Thank you so much for coming today. I'll see you. Thursday. Yeah. Okay. Take care. Bye. Oh yeah, you can join the Discord and stuff. Oops. Oh shit. Did it work? It didn't work. Okay, bye.